Hello guys, this is the first video of the handstand guide. In this video, we are gonna see wrist warm up. We're gonna see how to walk up to the wall and hold the handstand, and also how to kick up to the wall. So if you can already do those things, just wait for the next videos, because the idea is to be posting videos at least every 2 weeks. And as we are going further with the videos, we are also gonna be more advanced in the handstand. But the idea is to start really from zero. So if you cannot kick up to the wall, you can really do a handstand, but what is really important is that you need patience and consistency. So guys, as I mentioned before, we're going to start with the wrist warm up. It's really important to warm up your wrist. For some people it's different. Some people need more wrist warm up. Some people doesn't need that much warm up on the wrist, but it's important that you measure it. If you are training handstand for like 20 minutes and you feel some pain on the wrist later, it means you need more work on your wrist. So try to measure it yourself, how much you need it. But in the beginning, it's important that you start always with the wrist warm up. So we're gonna go into this position. It's really important to point your fingers to the front. Then you're gonna push your shoulders down, engage your core, and you're gonna lean forward, hold it there, feel some tension on your wrist, and come back. Also, really important, have external rotation on your shoulders so your biceps is not looking in. Try to point your biceps to the front like this, and go for reps like this. Go to the front, hold it for around 2 seconds, and come back. So you can do, of each position that I'm going to show, you can do around 10 to 15 reps. This will be the first position to the front. And the second position will be with the hands closer together, the fingers looking to the side like this, and you wanna go right and left. Remember, we are pushing our shoulders down to the floor, like we are pushing the floor away and engaging your core. The third position is going to be with fingers looking in this way. Straight your arms, and we're gonna go right and left. Always going to the end of the range of movement so that you feel the tension on your wrists. I always do those 3 positions, and then I like to lose the tension a little bit, so move your hands around. And for the next one, we're gonna rotate completely like this. Go down slowly. Once you feel that you are good there, you can go back to feel more stretch. Hold it a little bit and come back to the front. So this will be now the 4th position. We did 1 pointing the fingers to the front, 1 to the sides, 1 pointing inside with the wider hands position, and now completely pointing back like this. Okay, so again, lose the tension, move around your wrist, loose it up. And for the next one, there are 3 really important rules. The first rule is your fists need to be completely closed. Don't open your fingers. If you see one finger is open a little bit, or is opening a little bit, you need to start. Be really strict with the 3 rules, because otherwise you are not doing the stretching. So close completely your fingers, put your fists completely together like this, and this needs to be always touching the floor. Once you are here, without breaking any of those rules, you want to go as much as you can with straight arms. It's normal if you feel you cannot stretch your arms completely, it's normal in the beginning. So if you are here, just try to push without opening your fingers. Again, if you see some fingers are opening, it's because you are going more than you have to. So close everything and go to your max and hold it there. You can hold this position from 10 to 20 seconds. And you will see, if you start here and you do this like twice a week, it's gonna get better and better and better until you are completely straight. So guys, remember, the 4 positions in the beginning, you can do around 10 to 15 reps or even 20 reps each, depending on how you feel your wrist after the handstand trainings. If you feel it more, then you need more warm up and more stretching. And the last one, use the 3 important rules, always have them in mind. and hold it for around 20 seconds. So guys, we are going to start with just walking up the wall. We are not gonna talk completely about the form of the handstand in this video, because in the beginning you shouldn't worry about doing it perfect. I feel like that's a mistake that so many people do. They want to do it perfect from the beginning, and in the beginning you are not gonna do it perfectly. So it's better to just start doing something and not like start doing something trying to do it perfect and get frustrated and then stop. So that will be my advice when you start. Don't think about that you have to do it perfectly, but there are some specific things that are important from the beginning, and one of them is the body tension. So something that you're gonna try when you walk up is to keep your body in tension. So engage your core, engage your glutes, keep your legs also really tight, and generally try to have tension in your complete body. So when you're gonna walk up, you're gonna start more or less in a push-up position, and then you're gonna go with one leg up and then the other leg, and you wanna feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable, you go one step closer, and so on and so on and so on. So guys, what I mean about the body tension is when you are doing this exercise, try to really have a straight line. It doesn't matter if you are that far from the wall, but try to have a straight line. So try not to go with your butt like this too much out of the wall, or the other way around, that is when you go into a banana and then you don't have tension in your core. So try to really keep the tension to have a straight line. Okay, and how you're going to train this exercise? You're gonna go to a position that you feel comfortable, and you're gonna hold it there for around 10 seconds. When you reach 10 seconds at least, you're gonna do one step closer, and then again build it up to around 10 seconds, and then the idea is that you get closer and closer and closer until you get really close to the wall, and here you really want to have complete tension in your body, and you will see that you will have a really good form in the handstand. Something I want to mention about this exercise is that at the moment it is only about getting comfortable in the handstand position and not about trying to balance. The balancing is going to come in another video in the future. Right now, you are not thinking about balancing, you are just thinking about getting comfortable and being into the handstand position. So that's the idea of this video. So guys, for the kick up, for so many people it's kind of natural to kick up, for some other people it's not really that easy. The initial position is like this, so it's more or less like when you are starting a race. One leg is in the front, another one is more in the back, and it depends of everyone which leg is in the front and which leg is in the back, so you have to try both and see which one feels more comfortable. Now, a typical mistake is to start with the hip too much down, so the people start too much in the back, and then the hip is way too much down and the shoulders are also way too more afar from the wall. And actually you should try to keep your hip up as much as possible and your shoulders already closer to the wall, already more into the handstand position. So once you do that, you're gonna take momentum with this leg. So you're gonna do kind of a swing with this leg. And when you are in the highest point, this foot here is going to jump in order to jump up to the wall. So we can do one. Nice. And again, in the beginning, it will be more about just jumping into the handstand and holding it with the wall and trying to keep a lot of tension, because when we kick up to the wall like this and we are giving the back to the wall, most of the time we go into a banana position. So try to really focus in the body tension to avoid that and have a better line. So guys, I know that for some people they feel it's impossible to kick up from the floor. If that's your case, what you can do is starting from a higher place. In this case, we're gonna use this box, and you can see that if she goes up with the leg, she's almost already on the wall. So the amount that she has to jump with this foot is way less. So you can show it. So you can do it this way, and you can progress. For example, with the same box, you could now go a little bit lower, and then now you can do it from this height, and so on and so on. You can progress and progress. what I do when the people are really close to the floor is I can use a disc, just weight disc, put them up on top of each other, and then you start removing this until you are gonna be kicking up from the floor. So guys, that was it for this video. As I mentioned from the beginning, I really want to start from zero. So really from the people who have struggles to kick up or to just hold the handstand position. And this is the way you can start. As I mentioned in the before, you don't have to do it perfect. You just have to start doing something. So these two exercises and the wrist warm up, of course, always do the wrist warm up, are great to start. And the only thing that you have to do is like, you can start up with walking up the wall because it's better for warming up also. And you can do around 4 sets where you hold for around 10 seconds to up to 20 seconds and try to go longer and longer every time, but also closer and closer to the wall. So you could do like 4 sets of this exercise, and then after you do the kick ups to get comfortable with kicking up. And also after the kicking up, you can also do a hold once you are touching the wall. So all in total, you can do one handstand training of around 8 sets in total. So you can do 4 of the walking up the wall and 4 of kicking up. And that would be more than enough. You don't need more than that, believe me. Like if you train 3 times handstand a week for around 20 minutes, it's more than enough. And you will see that with consistency and patience, you will get more and more comfortable into the handstand position. And then for the next videos, I'm going to talk about what is the correct form of the handstand and what you need for that, which is mainly shoulder mobility and body tension. And later we are gonna start talking about the balancing itself. How does the balance work, which comes mainly from your hands. So I hope that you like it, and if you wanna see the next videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we see us in the next handstand class.